Alright, back at Perkins Garage here, doing a little update. Got brakes done, got them in. They're bled and everything. I had my dad over here, he helped out. I bent those lines myself, they didn't turn out too bad. Okay, so in the last video on the lube tube, I explained that the alternator was going bad because it was getting hot. I was wrong. I had the wrong alternator. On the old setup, it had an external regulator, so it would have been a 2-wire alternator, which is this one here. This alternator is most likely still good, but when you go with an internal regulated system, how I have it set up with a 1-wire, you know, frying wires and making things get really hot. So I had it set up wrong. No big deal. This can go on the shelf for later use, maybe on Fred, or I can sell it or get rid of it or whatever. I don't know. I really don't care. I got the new one ordered. That should be here. I also am doing something different for the plug wires. So I have straight boots right now, and that's the reason why they're so tight, is because a big block with headers is not meant to have straight boot wires. That's why they're so tight on this side. This is why I got pissed off. Plus the fact that these valve covers are a lot taller than factory big block valve covers. I mean, this freaking wire here is, I mean, it's just way tight. So that's number 6. So I got some new ones coming. I believe they're MSD Street Fires that are the cut the length ones, so those should work out fine. But we got the brakes bled on old Hank here. Put the seat in so we can bleed them. Might have to do a little more adjusting on that. Got a fuel tank for the car. I'll be pulling that out. There's a hole in the floor that I got to patch. I'll show you that quick. I think I've shown it on videos before, but that hole right there. Previous owner, I believe, wanted to put a fuel cell in the back here, and that's the reason why they cut it out, or there was maybe some damage to the floor right there. It's kind of weird. It's a mystery to me. But I gotta fix that while the fuel tank is out. So I need to get a welder here. Whether that's gonna be my father-in-law's, if I can borrow his again, or what. But I also have floor pans and all the trimmings ordered for this frickin' turd, old Fred. Get that done. I gotta start going through the wiring harness on this thing. I don't know if I'm gonna just, it'd be so much easier just to throw a painless in here and be done with it, but I'm kinda on a budget here, and my wife is gonna freak out if I go over that. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think a painless harness is pretty pricey for these. Maybe I can get a cheaper one, or maybe I can just decipher what everything is and go from there. But Fred's in the shop for probably till the end of fall. Then we'll move him off to the side of the shop and cover him up for the winter, or maybe we might keep him inside. I don't know. Car is definitely staying inside, obviously, but I'm gonna get this thing back down on all fours. Well, get the front down anyway. I gotta jack the back up even further and get that tank out from underneath it. So I'm gonna continue working on this. All right, there's your update.